Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Annihilation Lounge right here. I am your host, Barry Wolf. Nice to meet all of you. If you are new to this channel, please do me all a favor and subscribe to this great, wonderful, growing channel known as AWM Studios Production. I am Barry Wolf again, and if you click that bell icon after subscribing, you'll stay notified every single time I drop a video right here on YouTube. Alright, now, what is today's topic going to be? First, I want to apologize that I'm not physically in the video this week. I'm dropping a video with just a bunch of pictures as slideshows, so you could really just close, if you already subscribed or purchased the YouTube Premium package for $15 a month, which I did, but if you did, you can just close out the app and just listen to this in the background and do whatever you're doing on your phone. Text your girlfriend, text your boyfriend, text whoever you want to text, or just look at other internet pages and just listen to this in the background. But today's episode will be all about Doctor Strange 2, as well as possible Spider-Man movies that might be happening in the future. So let's get into it. And also, before we get fully into today's episode, I want to also say that if you checked out my promo reel, that is all that is. It's a promo reel. It's not for real. It's not a real official promo that I'm throwing out there. But hey, if I do get booked by VPW Victory Pro as a manager, or even as just an in-ring talk show host with this show, the Annihilation Lounge, then it would be a dream come true. But know this, I'm not really looking for that opportunity just yet. I'm trying to hone my craft. I'm trying to work on my craft and get it a lot better so that when they do bring me on board, if they ever do bring me on board as, let's say, a talk show host like Chris Jericho's Highlight Reel or Christian's Peep Show or MVP's VIP Lounge, anything like that, that I can do the show properly with not a lot of stuttering, not a lot of jumping over my words and all that, as you're going to hear in this episode and past episodes and past videos that I've done. But hopefully over time I can gain confidence in myself and do the show properly, and not only properly, but do the show well, so that I can get more subscribers, I can get more followers, I can get more eyes on this channel, on this community. Because to be honest, that's all I really want, is to grow my channel. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, is grow my channel from beginning to where I'm at right now. And that's why I'm dropping so many videos. I think this one's going to be like number 38 on the public video list. I have like 38, 39 videos right now in total, but you're only able to visibly see 37 videos because the other 2 videos I have are private. And unless I gain confidence, I will not give out the link to those videos. They're for my viewing only. So publicly wise, I only have 37 videos. But much more than that, let's get into, like I said, today's topic, Doctor Strange and Marvel and all their going-ons right now with Marvel. And that is basically, at the end of the day, Marvel is talking about possibly, this is all rumors, nothing's confirmed yet, nothing's been greenlit, nothing. But they're talking about possibly doing The Amazing Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 4 with Tobey. I mean, there's different rumors going around if it's going to be Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 3, where they finally bring Venom into his world. Because if you remember in No Way Home, his quote was that he's never faced an alien, that he felt jealous of both Tobey and Tom Holland's character, because both of them have faced aliens of some sort. Tom Holland faced Thanos, which was an alien, and Tobey faced Venom, which is an alien in his universe. So, and at the end of No Way Home, they used a post-credit scene of sorts where they brought Tom Hardy in. Not so much Venom. I mean, Venom's voice was in it, but Venom himself physically was not shown at all, outside of a little, like, creature when he leaves that universe, and you see it crawling around on the bar table, on the bar top. Like, outside of that split second of, like, a Venom symbiote crawling, like, there's no other way they can do it. And also, my question to all of you is, basically, if they were to do Venom in the Tom Holland universe, or the home universe, how would they do that? Like, who would play Venom, in your opinion? Who is a good Venom actor outside of Tom Hardy? I mean, Tom Hardy, in my opinion, is better than Topher Grace ever was as Eddie Brock and Venom. I mean, he just fits the mold, the image, in my opinion, as Eddie Brock or Venom. Like, seriously, Tom Hardy was the best choice that Sony could have ever have chosen to play Venom / Eddie Brock. I mean, seriously, in my opinion, that's where it's at. Topher Grace, okay, back in the day, because he was the only Venom that was around, okay, I can get by with Topher Grace from that 70s show playing Venom Eddie Brock. But now, after looking at Tom Hardy's performance in both films, Venom 1 and 2, I mean, it just fits the mold that Venom would be played by Tom Hardy. But if they are to bring Venom into, let's say, a Tom Holland future film, if Tom Holland even wants to do another one, if they are to do a first ever fourth Spider-Man movie, if they ever get that green lit, and Tom Holland returns as Spider-Man, who would you say would be his counterpart playing Eddie Brock or Venom? I mean, to me, Eddie Brock or Venom, like I've been saying repeatedly in a circle, is that Eddie Brock Venom has been Tom Hardy over the past 2 films. To replace him, I mean, seriously, who could replace him? Topher Grace can't. I mean, his Eddie Brock or Venom is decent, but still, who could replace him? I mean, no one could replace Tom Hardy. Would they bring Tom Hardy back into this universe with Tom Holland to play Venom? Like, honestly, who is your actor of choice that you think could play a decent version of Venom, or even better version of Venom, if that's even possible, than Tom Hardy? But yeah, that's that. And then Doctor Strange 2. There's one theory, one rumor going around that there is a trailer where you see Wanda facing a variant of the Ultra bot, or Ultron bot from Age of Ultron. It's not Ultron himself. It's like a variant of him, like from another universe, that Ultron still exists in Universe B or Universe C or whatever. And supposedly in a trailer, Wanda is facing and destroying a Ultron bot from that universe. Like, what do you guys think of that? I don't know how true that is, but that's one topic of choice. Like, seriously, like, Wanda facing Ultron or a variant of Ultron in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which, by the way, I got my tickets. I cannot wait to see in the Multiverse of Madness, to see America Chavez, Doctor Strange, and Professor X for the first time in a Marvel official MCU film. Like, is this their way of bringing in the X-Men slowly? Because they're also bringing in Fantastic Four, that I know of. I don't know how true it is, but based off of the rumors, I think it's pretty much true. If they're going with the Illuminati storyline, where you have Professor X, you have a variant of Mr. Fantastic, you have a variant of Doctor Strange himself, you have a variant of almost everybody from each Avengers team in each Avengers universe, where you have a variant of Tony Stark, which may or may not be played by Tom Cruise. Because, believe it or not, before Robert Downey Jr. was casted as the official Iron Man actor, it was supposed to go to Tom Cruise. But apparently, Robert Downey Jr. beat him out by being the best actor, the best performer in the audition, that they were like, yeah, Downey Jr. all the way. But before him, they were heavy set on casting Tom Cruise to play Iron Man's Tony Stark. Which I would love to see that universe, to see how well of a performance Tom Cruise could have done as Tony Stark's playboy image that Robert Downey Jr. played. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. made it a masterpiece. Every single film, even the crappy Iron Man 3 film, it still was a masterful performance from Robert Downey Jr. trying his best at being Tony Stark. But that's just my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion down below. What do you guys think of a possible Tom Cruise appearance playing a variant of Tony Stark? I mean, because Tony Stark lives. Whether or not it's Downey Jr.'s version or a different universe's version, Tony Stark lives and he survives everything. And he's just the best Iron Man around. But do you think Tom Cruise will be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as a variant of Iron Man? Because I would love to see that. And then you've also got 2 choices that could possibly be Mr. Fantastic's version in this movie. You've got The Office's John Krasinski, or you've also got the original Mr. Fantastic from the 2005 Fantastic Four movie, just being de-aged digitally that could be in this movie. Like, seriously, who do you think could play Mr. Fantastic? And do you think John Krasinski could be a decent actor when it comes to playing Mr. Fantastic for the Fantastic Four? And my other question of choice is basically, do you think in the hands of Kevin Feige and the MCU, do you think that Fantastic Four finally has a fighting chance at being a decent or great movie? I want to know. I mean, we're still like 3 or 4 years away from Fantastic Four being dropped, 2 or 3 years rather, from it being dropped. We don't have an exact date or year that it's going to be dropped, but still, do you guys think that with the hands of Kevin Feige and with the eyes and ears and mentorship of Kevin Feige and the MCU, do you think Fantastic Four finally has a fighting chance at being a decently great movie for once? Because I think with the MCU, yeah, you got a fighting chance with Fantastic Four. I honestly do think that. Also, Deadpool. I know he's not going to be in this movie. I know that for a fact. I know that's never going to happen in Doctor Strange. But, do you think when it does happen, DP3, Deadpool 3, which we all know, when and if it ever happens, it's going to be his debut into the MCU, meaning it's not just a standalone third film. It's going to be a standalone / joining MCU, meaning maybe 50, 75% of the film is going to be a standalone film, but slowly towards like the middle or climax of the movie, they're going to introduce him with the Avengers, like the remaining Avengers. Wanda or Strange or Spidey or someone like that. Like they're going to introduce Deadpool being sarcastic and fourth wall breaking like that with the Avengers. I don't know what story they're going with DP or Deadpool 3, but I do see them making him snarky and basically being all around sarcastic and fourth wall breaking as he always is. But how do you think they would introduce Deadpool into the MCU officially? What are your guys' opinion? How would you write Deadpool into the MCU? I want to hear your guys' opinion, please. I haven't been getting any comments down below in any of my videos, and I've been asking. Please let me know down below. How would you write the story? I don't want like a script or a manuscript about, oh, here. No, I want to know just like at what point of the movie Deadpool 3 would you write Deadpool joining the MCU? And not only that, but how would you introduce him joining the MCU? Who part of the MCU would you introduce him to specifically? And how would he get there? How would he introduce himself to them? How did he get to know them? How did he find them? Just let me know your guys' opinion. I really want to start conversations down in the comments. I appreciate it if you can. All right, I'm going to end today's episode. It's about 13 and a half minutes now. And I just want to end today's episode. So again, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Annihilation Lounge. And next week, or the following week, I will be dropping a video with me physically in said video. So again, please check out my Bonfire store at bonfire.com/store/AWM Studios and use promo code Follow Me for 15% off any and all Barry Wolf custom shirts. That is Barry Wolf specific custom shirts. 15% off for using the word Follow Me in the checkout. That is for promo code Follow Me in the checkout to get a Barry Wolf specific custom t-shirt. For any and all other t-shirts and coffee mugs and face masks and all this, check out bonfire.com/store/AWM Studios. All of the links will be down in the description box below. I'm Barry Wolf saying talk to you later and talk to you all in the very next video. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of the Annihilation Lounge, and good night.